Hello, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host Gigi, and we are here to talk about celebrities in the AA community, honey. And they telling me that the AA kings are at it again. They stay at each other's throat. They stay taking each other out of here off the board. Hell, the KK, they don't have to do nothing no more, okay? Because the kings with the hoodies is doing the job for them. So they're telling me that Pusha T is checking Lil Wayne for threatening Kendrick Lamar. Why can't they can't all just get along? You would think, they have faced so much adversity. And they at the top, they got all the money they can desire, all the women and the whores, but they still have a battle and a disdain for each other. So let's dive into it and let's hear what Pusha T, he's a rapper. I don't understand the names, but let's see what he has to say, okay? I'm hearing this is the hottest topic around the block, so we have to dive into it. So join me as I react to this. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I am your host, Gigi, and I just want to say thank you all for the likes, the shares, and the subscriptions. Now let's dive into it. What's going on with the Kings? Okay, let's hear it.
It's Kendrick. I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
I wonder who that would be.
I'm hearing that.
Say it.
I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was. I'm hearing that Kendrick didn't answer.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months anyway. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, it's like what Mark told Flip when they had
Yeah.
Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth
to hit
me back.
I don't want to hit you back.
Don't.
Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes. I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Love Wayne. What I think is where they think that you went too far.
I don't care.
I
don't care.
Oh.
There is no too far. I don't play like that. That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
It's not.
Kendrick Lamar just ignited a full-blown firestorm with his surprise album GNX, and it's all because of the track Wacced Out Murals. On this song, he casually says, "I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down," and fans are flipping out, wondering if this is a shot at Wayne for getting snubbed for the Super Bowl halftime show. Talk about throwing shade, and Wayne didn't take it lightly either. He hit back on X with a cryptic, low-key threatening post, basically warning Kendrick to stay in his lane. And of course, Nicki Minaj and Birdman couldn't resist jumping in, blaming industry politics for the snub. Now, fans are divided, with some hyping up the drama and others begging Wayne to chill. And as if things couldn't get more heated, Pusha T has now entered the ring. Oh yeah, it's about to get messy.
So when you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
That was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't
great.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now,
like,
how'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well, you know what?
He was kind of chunky.
But you know what? No. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record.
Sponsor.
Yeah, like it wasn't.
Got you.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to.
How the beef began. Back in September, Kendrick Lamar was announced as the 2025 Super Bowl headliner in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's hometown. And while this was an exciting moment for him, it was a slap in the face for Lil Wayne, who felt snubbed by the organizers. He took to Instagram to express his disappointment, saying that he felt hurt for not being picked.
First of all, just say forgive me for the delay. The delay, I want to say, I had to get strength. I had to get strength enough to do this without breaking. I must say thank you. I must say thank you to every voice, every opinion, all the care, all the love, and the support out there. Your words turn into to arms, and it held me up when I try to fall back. That hurt a lot. You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt a whole lot. But y'all are amazing. It made me feel like not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like you guys reminded me that I ain't
surprise album GNX on November 22nd, where he addressed Lil Wayne's thoughts on his headlining slot in his track, Wacced Out Murals. In one of the lines, he goes, "Used to bump Thought Carter 3, I held my Raleigh chain proud, irony, I think my hard work let Lil Wayne down." But fans were quick to point out that it wasn't a diss, but more of a personal reflection. Kendrick is basically saying he grew up admiring Wayne and Thought Carter 3, which was huge for hip-hop. But now that Kendrick's made it big, he feels like maybe Wayne isn't as supportive as he hoped. The part about the Raleigh chain is Kendrick showing off his success. But there's also a deeper message. He's proud of how far he's come, but it seems like reaching the top has caused some distance between him and the people he looked up to. The line hits hard because Kendrick's worked so hard to get where he is, but success can come with unexpected changes in relationships. It also shows how much respect he has for the culture. He's not new to this. He grew up on legends like Wayne, and Kendrick has always shown love to Wayne. In a 2016 interview with The Coveteur, he called him the greatest and praised him for shaping hip-hop culture. Lil Wayne is the greatest, not only because of his music, but also because of the culture he put behind it. It was a big part of what he was talking about, so we always hold Lil Wayne in high regards. But apparently, Wayne wasn't feeling the love because when he heard Kendrick's lyric, he wasted no time taking his feelings to X at 4 a.m. on November 23rd, dropping a fiery post that had everyone talking. He wrote, "Man, what if I do? I just be chillin' and they still come for my head? Let's not take kindness for weakness. Let this giant sleep, I beg you all. No one really wants destruction, not even me, but I shall destroy if disturbed. On me, love." But fans were quick to remind Wayne not to mess with Kendrick, especially after the way K. Dot dragged Drake earlier this year. One fan wrote on X, "With all due respect, Wayne, you're gifted at many things, but beef has never been your strong suit in rap. You've had some good one-liners, but that won't be enough here." Kendrick addressed the SB snub. "Just let it end there. Legend. Kendrick is in crash mode." Another one commented, "You cried over a halftime show that was never promised to you just because you felt entitled to it like a little." Yet another one wrote, "Bye. Why you acting like you didn't make a whole vid crying about the Super Bowl plus? Kendrick didn't even diss you." Meanwhile, others defended Wayne, urging him to focus on his legacy and not engage in a feud with Kendrick. "Ignore him, my idol. You're bigger than him." But it seems like Lil Wayne is not about to let it slide. Joe Budden spilled some tea on his podcast, claiming Weezy had tried to hit up Kendrick after hearing GNX, but Kendrick ghosted him. According to Budden, Wayne wasn't having it and hit the booth right after, hinting that we might be getting a diss track soon.
This Kendrick, I am hearing that somebody went in the studio after they heard this album.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder who it would be.
I'm hearing that
Say it.
I'm hearing that somebody picked up the phone, tried to call and see what the energy was. I'm hearing that Kendrick didn't answer.
Well, he told us in his letter, I go without a phone for months anyway. Don't call my phone.
Yeah, but if I'm calling you rapper to rapper and you don't answer, it's like what Mark told Flip when they had
Yeah.
Now I'm going in the booth. You have until I get in that booth
to
hit me back.
I don't want to hit you back.
Don't.
Go in the booth. Go in the booth.
Let's stay there for a second.
Are we talking about Wayne?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing that Wayne went in the booth.
Who?
Love Wayne.
Somebody.
All right, hold on.
With her feelings.
Budden also hinted that Drake had a similar situation earlier this year, trying to smooth things over with Kendrick. But let's just say it didn't end well for Drizzy either. And speaking of Drizzy, let's look back at how Kendrick destroyed him this year after their long-standing beef. Drake versus Kendrick. The drama between Drake and Kendrick Lamar is a wild roller coaster ride that's been going on for years. They started out as collaborators, dropping heat together on tracks like Buried Alive Interlude, 2011, and Poetic Justice, 2012. But that good energy didn't last. In 2013, Kendrick set it off with his infamous verse on Big Sean's Control, where he basically called out all the rappers, including Drake, to step their game up. Drake tried to play it cool in interviews, but fans were quick to spot the little jabs in their music. Fast forward to March 2024, and Kendrick drops Like That, which everybody saw as a direct shot at Drizzy. Of course, Drake wasn't about to let that slide, so he clapped back with tracks like Push-Ups and Tailor-Made Freestyle. And plot twist, Tailor-Made even featured AI-generated Tupac vocals, which sent the Tupac estate into a tizzy and got yanked off streaming platforms. But Kendrick wasn't done either. He hit back with 2 tracks, Euphoria and 616 in LA, and let me tell you, he went in. The 6-minute diss was savage, with Kendrick dragging Drake over everything from using the N-word to his fashion choices, and even questioning his place in hip-hop. But Drake wasn't about to sit back and take it. He fired back with Family Matters, throwing some serious shade at Kendrick, accusing him of having domestic issues and even taking shots at his relationship with his fiancée, Whitney Alford, claiming it was filled with infidelity. Well, you know Kendrick wasn't about to let that slide. He hit back with Meet the Grams, claiming Drake had a secret child and some sketchy connections. Then he dropped Not Like Us, accusing Drizzy of even more shady stuff, which pushed Drake to deny everything in his track, The Heart Part 6. Drake's response was super candid, but fans were divided. Some thought it was a strong move, while others felt like it was too little, too late, adding even more drama to this already heated feud. But Kendrick, he's winning this war, no question. His diss track Not Like Us debuted at #1, won on the Hot 100, making it his 4th #1, one hit and his first solo number, one since Humble. Plus, Euphoria shot up 8 spots, peaking at #3. Kendrick was on fire. Then, just to really rub it in, Lamar hit the stage at the Pop-Out concert in Inglewood, California, where he debuted live performances of those Drake disses like That and Euphoria. Oh, and he tweaked a lyric about 2P's ring. Yeah, the one Drake has. Talk about petty. To cap it all off, Kendrick performed Not Like Us 5 times at the concert, literally dancing on Drake's grave and taking a victory lap in this rap war. And oh boy, Drake wasn't having it. He went as far as filing a lawsuit against Universal Music Group over Kendrick's track, claiming defamation and accusing them of pushing a song that falsely branded him a you-know-what. He even said UMG was behind some shady Spotify boost for Kendrick's song and made similar claims against iHeartRadio, suggesting there was a pay-to-play scheme going on. Meanwhile, Kendrick, unbothered and out here winning. He's got the Super Bowl halftime show locked down, but not everyone is exactly cheering for him. A lot of people were super mad about Lil Wayne being left out, especially since the Super Bowl is heading to Wayne's hometown of New Orleans next year. The loudest complaints? From none other than Drake, Birdman, and Nicki Minaj. Nicki did not hold back and took to X to blast Jay-Z, who co-produces the halftime show, for choosing Kendrick over Wayne. She went off saying, denying a young black man what he rightfully put into this game for no other reason but your ego. Your hatred for Birdman, Drake and Nicki go you punishing Lil Wayne? Lil Wayne, the GOAT? And Nicki wasn't alone. Even Cameron chimed in, hinting that the snub might have something to do with the long-standing beef between Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Let's not forget, Wayne put Drake on the map when he signed him to Young Money in 2009, so there's definitely some history there.
New Orleans, you don't get Lil Wayne? That's what we doing? Yeah. Listen, you don't get Lil Wayne in New Orleans for the Super Bowl?
Boys.
Not just Hot Boys, Cash Money, all the songs Lil Wayne's done, whether it's Blink 182, there's no reason why Lil Wayne should not be performing the Super Bowl. There's one person who's stopping this. I know, it's not really a secret. Lil Wayne had a problem with somebody before who's kind of part of the organization running it. This is payback. Who's that? Who's Lil Wayne artist? Drake.
Yeah, that
This is
hating at this age is
it's
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, it's ridiculous. Like there's some hip hop that you probably don't know what's going on, to be totally honest with you. So we'll school you behind the scenes. Lil Wayne not to be performing in New Orleans for the Super Bowl is egregious, and it gotta stop. It gotta stop.
Kendrick definitely caught all the chatter. In his album GNX, he called out the industry for the fake love he got after his Super Bowl win. But he made sure to give props to Nas, one of the few who showed real support. Nas even hyped Kendrick up on IG saying, "Always inspired by my brother KL, keeping the essence of this SHT alive and at the forefront. Salute King." Kendrick even threw some subtle shade at Snoop for posting that AI-driven Drake diss, saying he hoped it was the edibles talking. Snoop, being Snoop, owned it on X and was like, "Oh, yep, it was the edibles." Classic. But Nas isn't the only one riding for Kendrick. Pusha T has been backing him too, and let's be real, that's probably because of Pusha's own beef with Lil Wayne. Pusha vs. Lil Wayne. Oh, the Lil Wayne and Pusha T beef has been simmering for over 20 years, and funny enough, Wayne apparently doesn't even remember how it started. But don't worry, I got you with a quick tea spill. So back in the early 2000s, Pusha T was still in clips with his brother, No Malice. In 2002, Lil Wayne and Birdman jumped on the remix of Clips' hit Grindin', and the Clips duo returned the favor by featuring on Birdman's What Happened to That Boy. Pharrell and Chad Hugo, aka the Neptunes, produced that track. Here's where the drama kicks off. According to Ebro Darden's 2018 Hot 97 breakdown, the Neptunes never got paid for their work with Birdman. Yeah, Birdman was already getting that shady reputation. After that, Pharrell swore off working with Cash Money Records forever. Fast forward, Wayne hit up Pharrell asking for some Billionaire Boys Club drip, and Pharrell hit him with a hard no. But here's the kicker. Wayne still rocked BBC gear in his Hustler music video, and later showed up on a 2006 Vibe cover wearing Bape, aka Pharrell's signature style.
But anyway, there was a non-payment at this point. And if you look back, Pharrell never worked with a Cash Money artist after this moment.
There's never been a Drake Pharrell collab in any way, huh?
After that, I couldn't find one unless I missed one.
And the Clips was on this too. So.
The Clips was on this too.
Yeah.
So Push is here, obviously. And so then you fast forward to Lil Wayne co-opting the skateboard stylings, right? Wearing Bape after this moment.
Right.
Wearing Billionaire Boys Club, which is Pharrell's clothing line after this moment. And I'm told behind the scenes, Lil Wayne used to ask for Billionaire Boys Club gear and was told no. And went and wore it in a video anyway. And they was like, yo, we told you basically not to wear our stuff. And there was like an issue.
So Clips didn't let that slide. They dropped Mr. Me Too with Pharrell, throwing shade at folks biting their look. Fans took it as a not-so-subtle shot at Wayne, and Wayne, oh, he clapped back in a complex interview, claiming he made Bape hot, not Pharrell. Things simmered down for a bit, but Pusha came back swinging in 2012 with Exodus 23:1. This time, he went straight for the jugular, calling out Wayne and Cash Money with the now iconic line, "You signed to one nay, that signed to another nay, that signed to three nays, now that's bad luck." Wayne didn't take that lying down. He jumped on Twitter to fire back, tweeting, "Pusha T and everybody that love him." And if that wasn't enough, he dropped a diss track called Ghoulish, doubling down on the shade with lines like, "His head up, his Emma have to headbutt him. Yikes." But Pusha? Oh, he wasn't phased. He hit up Hot 97 and straight up dragged Wayne's diss, calling it horrible and trash.
When you heard, what was your opinion of Wayne's response?
It was horrible. It was horrible. It was trash. It wasn't
great.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Now,
like,
how'd you feel about the track?
I didn't like that either. I didn't. Well, you know what?
He was kind of chunky.
But you know what? No. But let me say this. I didn't like it for that type of record. Yeah, like it wasn't.
Got you.
It wasn't that, and I didn't feel like in all honesty, man, I haven't said anything about it because I didn't think it was like good enough to respond to. Like I didn't.
Things cooled down after that until Kendrick's recent drama brought all the old beef back to life. And Pusha T is definitely Team Kendrick. At a recent Revolt World panel in Atlanta, Pusha gave K. Dot his flowers, praising him for keeping real lyricism alive and refusing to water down his music for mainstream appeal. When asked about Kendrick's influence on hip-hop, Pusha didn't hold back. He hyped up his Nostalgia collaborator and even gave a nod to Kendrick's upcoming Super Bowl halftime performance, a spot reserved for only the biggest stars.
Favorite collaboration that you've done, Nostalgia, featuring Kendrick Lamar. If I had to put two people that are closely related, I think about you and him just in terms of high-level lyricism, storytelling, authenticity, community-based, family-based. So when you see somebody like him, who's in a similar vein, come from developing to now heading the Super Bowl, what do you view his branding and his impact on the game?
Man, it's amazing. Like, you got to think, I'm sure people have said and have told him his whole career, like, oh my God, you rap good, you're great, but you rap too much. You need to make a song like this. You need to do that. It's amazing to watch him be exactly who he is, be the lyric king. And people who never even listen to lyrics are like reciting his freestyles, his battles, his songs. It's great to watch. And it's great for what it is that we do in lyric-driven hip-hop. It's great to see.
Now, while folks like Nicki Minaj, Birdman, and Cameron are mad that Lil Wayne didn't get the Super Bowl gig, Pusha had no problem pledging his allegiance to Kendrick. He's been riding with K. Dot, especially since they share mutual enemies. Yes, we're talking about Drake and Wayne. Pusha even reposted a clip of Kendrick throwing shade at Drake, saying, it's only one opportunity to win a championship. No round twos. Sound familiar? Pusha definitely took it as a callback to his own epic 2018 beef with Drizzy, where he dropped the story of Adidon and ended that saga with a mic drop. And Pusha's still feeling like the champ. He spilled some tea, saying, "Every time I hear a subliminal in one of his songs, it just lets me know how deep it hurt him," he said, "because it's been 4 years now, and we still talking about it. He is. I don't. I'm cool. But every time it's a subliminal, I'm like, yes, it burns. It still burns. It lets me know I love it." Oh, and let's not forget Kendrick's shout out to Pusha on Euphoria. Call that pushin' P. Let me see you push a T. Pusha T. Pusha was all about it, calling Kendrick's diss an incredible display of battle rap. Pusha T even admitted he doesn't know the meaning of too far. If someone crosses him, he's going full-on savage and leaving no survivors.
What I think is where they think that you went too far.
I don't care. I don't care. Oh. There is no too far. I don't play like that. That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
That's why you don't play with me.
Right.
There is no too far.
Right.
And trust, Kendrick's cut from the same cloth. So, if Wayne actually follows through on his promise to destroy Kendrick, it won't just be a diss track, it'll be a lyrical bloodbath.
Whew, I tell you, it's a lot going on in the AA community. Now, he states he let people down by not getting opportunity. It wasn't given to you. I don't understand it. I really don't. You let people down when you pushing all this whorism on your community. You're pushing all this pow and the drugs and the lean on your community. That's when you let people down. But, honey, they remind me of the hood. What you call it? The thugs that feel like the street belongs to them. That's my street. This ain't your city, and that ain't your streets, okay? You can get back to the streets in your cities, but they don't owe you anything, okay? This not yours. When you die, you can't take the city or the street, okay, with you, and it ain't your city, and it's not your streets. But the entitlement is at an all-time high. The vanity is at an all-time high, and it's just sickening. It's just sickening. So I can't feel sorry for anyone. We have homelessness at an all-time high. We have inflation at the all-time high. We have families that's struggling, for real. Wars all amongst us, and you want me to feel sorry for a million billionaire that's entitled? Okay. Could never. But Carmen, I want to know your thoughts about this. Honey, it is going bonkers. And they're saying there's going to be a war that's going to cause people to be dropping. I mean, that they will take each other out of here on stuff like this because their egos are so big. They're so entitled. And it's just so sickening. The vanity, it's just enormous. It's wicked. The vanity, wicked. Comment, let us know, and I'll see you guys on another video. Bye.